Let's go to New Movement. DJ Drewski in the building. Pro Mitch is pulled up, and I'm excited because at least he has a shirt on today.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? If you usually check out his videos, he's shirtless.
every time.
But I understand and I respect it because like 99% of your following are women.
Yes, sir.
And you got to cater to your following.
Definitely appreciate every single one of them also.
Listen, let's take it back. Before you had 99% of women following you, when did music really start for you? Like, you know, was it a little kid where you were like, you know what, I want to do this?
It actually started in college. I met Jam Master Jason, his son, and his son said, "You look like a rapper." I'm like, nah, like we were cool. And then he was like, write something, you know, wrote a few things. He was like, bro, you really can rap. You should try it out. And then from there, I was rapping a little bit, and then I stopped. I just stopped doing music. It felt like it wasn't for me. And then I got on TikTok during COVID, and same thing blew up right away. They were like, you look like a rapper. Do you do music? I was like, yeah, I do music. Yeah, yeah. And they were like, let me hear something. So I just went back to my old music, and it just never stopped from there.
Did you, not high school, college, were you already tatted up? Is that?
I was tatted up, but not like I am now. And it was I probably had about 7 then. Now I got about 14, so it was half and half.
So you went to school in Atlanta?
No, I went to West Virginia University. Started off in Oklahoma and then West Virginia University.
Got it. But you're from VA.
I'm from Richmond, Virginia. Shout out to Virginia. Definitely shout out to Jersey. My mom holds out from there. So
yeah, Jersey in the building.
Shout out to Jersey for sure. That's my life.
So at what point did you move to Atlanta?
I moved to Atlanta in 2001.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For the music dream, it popped off and it happened.
Listen, 500,000 followers on TikTok. Did it take time to build, or was it like an overnight? You just seen your joint?
Yeah, mine was actually backwards. It happened overnight, but then once I got into the creator fund, like the views and the followers started going down. So I was better off not getting into that.
Right.
I'm thinking I'm about to get paid, but it's the complete opposite.
Can we speak on that a little more? Because there's probably a lot of content creators that don't understand that process, right? Their goal is to run up, get a bunch of followers, and think that'll translate into money. What would you suggest, like the best way now going through it and learning, what would you suggest is the best process for like a new artist getting on social media to use it to promote their music?
Yes, be committed to it. If you're going to do it, do it. I posted 1 video a day. I went live every day, probably for 20 to 30 minutes. But if I could go back and do it, I would post 3-4 videos a day. I would go live probably for about an hour a day, and that would be bare minimum. And then when you do see your views going down, just keep going through it, because I'll probably be at like 5 million followers right now if I never stop.
If you were consistent with it.
Yeah, if I was, yes.
But life just gets in the way. You know what I'm saying? Like life just gets in the way, and then people forget, like, yeah, I'm trying to build my business on social media, but I got regular life shit going on too.
Yeah, sir. That's exactly what it was.
What did you go to college for? What were you going to, like, what was
football and psychology.
Got it.
Yes, sir.
Were you nice in football?
I'm blessed. I was really blessed at it.
What position did you play?
Defense in high school. I was defense player of the year for the state of North Carolina as I moved to North Carolina for high school, and then strong safety in college.
Got it.
Yes, sir.
Are you done with your football career? Like, is that?
Yeah, that's been done with. Taking music so serious now, and I miss it. Like, football was my life. I never even thought I'd do music. You know, I was thought NFL. You know, but music, just my path.
And we here now.
We're here now.
He's in the building. He came through. Play me a couple records, just a couple of who knows how many he has, but just the different flavors you have, right? Like the first record, I said, yo, it gave it like crossover pop record. Then you go to like the hip hop R&B vibes. Is there a specific sound you enjoy the most when making music, or you just go in how you feel?
I actually like the hip hop and R&B. Sound more than the rest of them, because I have a smoking vibe too, but I don't smoke.
Right.
I understand how other people can enjoy that. And then I have the Jason Derulo vibe, but the way I grew up, the hip hop and R&B, I definitely like more than the rest of them.
Is that what we're gonna get? Are you putting together a project?
I am, yes, sir.
So are we gonna get majority of those type of records on this project?
I think we're gonna get everything on this project. Yeah, I don't want to just go after one thing more than the other. I want it to be completely even. Yes, sir.
Do you feel like you have enough records already, like to put out a project if you wanted to?
I have enough right now, but I'm just so hard on myself where it's like I want to do it over. I want to do it. I want to redo that.
It's never good enough.
It's never good enough. So even my top songs right now, like people love them. They play them in the clubs. I'm like, man, that ain't good enough. I'm in the club, or I get content sent to me, my song being played somewhere in another state. This ain't good enough, you know. So I just
they always say we're like our biggest critic.
Yes.
But what can you take us through a recording process like with you? Like what is the setting? How's it set up? What's the vibe in the building?
Yeah. Yes, sir. So when I'm recording in the studio, I like to be alone because I'm hard on myself. And you know, if I was a 50 or Jay-Z, DMX or something like that, I can go in there, bring everybody in there. Let's go, you know, watch me work. But I'm so hard on myself. I'm like, everybody out the studio. I just want to be me, the producer. Then I'll probably go over. There's things I've done one time in one take. They're like, oh, that sounds good. I'm like, nah, do it again. You know, it's just back to that. So my process is just making sure I get everything the way it needs to be.
It's funny because I think it's Missy. Missy used to do the same thing. Missy
Really?
Elliott.
Shout out to
like,
Virginia.
Kick everybody out. And like, yo, just me and the engineer, that's it.
Yeah.
Just to probably the same thing, like to get in her zone and not have to worry about judgment in a sense, right?
That's definitely what it is for me.
Like you just want to be on your own timing.
Yes.
Do you play? So say you record. Do you play the records for certain people after? Like, yo, tell me what you think about this. Or?
Oh, every time. Yeah, I mostly go to people that I know is going to tell me the truth. I have one cousin. Even when I started music, I used to just send her my raps, and if she would have ever said it was whack, I would have never been here now, right? Would never be sitting with you. But I know she's definitely gonna be blunt. So shout out to Sarita, shout out to Nikki. I definitely send it to her because she'll be like, no, you need to change this part. You need to redo this whole song and things like that. So definitely shout out to her and everyone else.
Right. You need people in your corner that keep it real because the yes men to throw you all off.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Especially and people like yourself that got big followings on social media. From the outside, family might think like, yo, he's so lit.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Do like the younger cousins or just the younger people in the family think you're like this super lit millionaire dude? And do you get that yet?
It's 50-50. I have so I'm the baby out of the cousins.
Right? Oh, so all of us, there's no younger ones yet.
They're younger ones, but they're
super
the
young.
older cousins, babies.
So it's like your second cousin.
Yeah, second cousins who's 3 years old and 5 years old.
Right. Okay, so there's no like teens.
Yeah, but the older cousins, they're all like, man, you know what, you're doing it. They're honest about the music also. I remember the first song I put out, Zero Doubts. I had one cousin, she was like, if this is the first song ever, I'm proud of you. Wow. You know what? But go redo it. But I'm proud of you.
Right.
And now they're like, yeah, like you're on.
So they're super supportive.
Yes, definitely.
How about live performances? Like, do you enjoy those? I
love it in the most respectful, humble way. I love it, and it's the adrenaline of people grabbing on you. I'm at the point where some people know my lyrics and some people don't.
Right.
But the people that's singing it and you see them in the crowd, that adrenaline is just life. And then the people grabbing on you and saying, throw me your shirt and stuff like that. It's a surreal dream. I never thought anything could be better than football, but them grabbing at you and asking for your shirt and stuff like that, I want it all.
You feel the love.
Yes.
But how do you, if you could, how do you control that? Because as a man, when you got that opportunity, sometimes we could get lost, right? Because the door's open. A lot of opportunity for women. Are you able now to like control it and balance it and be like, yo, I can't wild out too much because I'm gonna have a reputation? Or just like you hear all these stories now with artists and the Diddy stuff, it just gets crazy, right? But people go through a time where it's like hard to control because it's new, it's exciting. Do you feel like you've been through it already where you can control it, or you still just going crazy?
I definitely feel like I've been through it before, from high school to college, playing D1 football.
Yeah, talk your shit.
Yeah.
This ain't new.
This ain't new to me. No, but I remain humble through it. There's fans that I'm just like, I wouldn't want to touch you because you're a fan.
Right. I don't want to mess up our relationship.
I don't want to break your heart because I would break your heart. I'm just being honest with it. I'm going to hurt you. So I'm not going to touch you because you're a fan. And I just already been through this.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
The crazy thing is when you keep it real like that, for some reason it makes them want you even more because now it's like a challenge.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Right? It's like, I got to get him. I got to fit. Yeah. How about relationship? Are you able to keep a relationship?
Oh yeah, I'm really a lover boy. Like people see the tattoos and all of that, but I feel like I'm a lover boy. Really.
But it got to be hard for a woman to date an R&B artist because, like we were talking about, people grabbing, just not respecting certain boundaries. Like, did you ever find it hard to date?
It's if you get reassurance, it does a good job, but it's not going to fulfill what she needs. But it'll keep the lights on for the next week.
Gotcha. Because that's a challenge in itself.
Yeah.
Trying to be an artist, make music, do shows, dating, whoever it is.
Yes, sir.
Because I seen women, as the artist and dating a man, and men are more jealous than women.
Oh man, yeah. Oh, come on, fellas.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like the men are.
Come on now.
So I feel for the artist sometimes because I go through a lot, man.
Yeah.
Like I play the music and it's fun and cool, but when you making the music and you got to live that lifestyle, sometimes it gets difficult.
Yeah. And you've been with a lot of people though, so I see.
Right.
And like you probably go through it for sure, and I know you see like the huge artists go through it for sure.
A lot. So I always feel for like that side of the, it's a blessing to have fans and the opportunities and the money that comes with it, all that. But people don't see the dark side sometimes, right? Like I watched the Megan Thee Stallion documentary, and just seeing her behind the scenes, like all the pressure she goes through and the depression, it's real.
Yeah, it's definitely real. Mental health is the most important thing to me.
Did you ever suffer from like, depression or just?
Oh yeah, so that's a major reason why I went to school and majored in psychology. I thought I could self-diagnose myself. Like I was kidding about that, but I understood a lot more, and it's a lot better now because I went to school for that. I know what to do now.
Right, just how to keep your mind right, like because it gets crazy, but you put it in the music, and that's the beautiful thing.
Yes, sir, for sure.
Your way of kind of therapy is expressing it through the music.
Exactly what it is.
And we're gonna get some new records. What's the one that's out right now that you play me?
Te Amo.
Te Amo.
Yeah, and Into You. It's I-N, the number 2 and the letter U.
Do you have like Latin in you? Are you Spanish?
I don't.
You don't?
No, but it's, I want to touch everyone.
Right.
Touch every lane. I'm a mad scientist when it comes to it because I want everybody to feel my music.
And he's doing it, man. Do we have a date for the project, or are we just building up?
Yeah, I'm building up. Definitely. Yes, sir. So next time I come to you, for sure, I'll be in this room
ready to go.
Saying like we're putting this project out,
right.
However long it's gonna be.
Well, this is just for people that are not in tune, that's not following them on TikTok or Instagram, that don't know what's going on. The guy's working, man. He got some shit. He played me some records, so y'all better get ready. What's the best way for them to really tap into everything going on?
Definitely follow my Instagram. You can follow the TikTok, but the easiest way really to reach me is Instagram, and it's Real Pro Mitch, RealProMitch.
Pro Mitch. Where did the name come? Pro
comes from football. I got that nickname. I was probably 6. I was in elementary school, seriously practicing with the middle school. I was in middle school practicing with the high schoolers, and got into high school. Was already having offers. Got into high school, and I was practicing with the varsity on freshman year. So it's like, it's just everyone always knew I was gonna go pro, but I felt like it was a jinx.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You going pro with the music?
Yes, sir.
We here. Pro Mitch, DJ Drewski, the new movement. You heard him. The next time he pulls up, the project will be ready.
Yes, sir.
So y'all better tap in. Anybody want to shout out?
Yes, a shout out to the whole New Jersey for sure. Thank y'all for having me. Shout out to Virginia. Shout out to North Carolina. Shout out to High Point, Greensboro. Shout out to South Carolina. Shout out to Tyler. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to Stacy. And shout out to Nikki. Shout out to my family. And the biggest shout out to God. Shout out to DJ Drewski for having me. I super appreciate you.
Anytime.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
We out. Peace.